opossums, as Dame Edna would say. I can't do the voice. But yeah, Black Lion. As I said, been a pub on this site for 600 years. This one's mainly 1740s, a Victorian re-frontage, but it does retain quite a lot of its original features, as you will see when we go inside. I've already filmed inside, so it was a nice little tour. I got there bang on into the door at 12 o'clock, so I won't get in beer at that early in the day, so it was a pint of Pepsi Max for me. Mainly that, and I'm going to a church afterwards as well, so I don't want to be reeking of beer. Especially if you can ever wrangle a church tower visit. They would not give such a thing to someone that's smelt of beer. So yeah, pint of Pepsi Max. Yeah, Black Lion pub. One of the oldest buildings in Plaistow, really, and strong links to Dick Turpin, West Ham Football Club. The team used to come and drink here back in the old days and whatnot. Yes, interesting one, and in we go. And we are inside the Black Lion pub. It's a lovely old pub. Take some pictures as I go. It's got a strong footballing history, this one as well, because a lot of the footballers used to come here. And the tunnels were true. They used to go from this pub, between this pub and Upton Lane, and they were rumoured to have been used by Dick Turpin. So that's a really interesting part of this pub's history. Whether the tunnels are still there or not, I don't know. I shouldn't think so. Or accessible either. The old beams, look. I like old pubs like this. Football on as well, so you've got the history over here, look. Drink it, sucks.
So it's a weekend of changes for both teams. Here's the team sheet for the first leg for Manchester City, and in red are the 4 players that were rested for the league win against Everton at the weekend. Extra.
Pause to read.
Won't be worried about fatigue and will actually relish the challenge.
I have taken photographs as well, so. Oh look, it's Billy from EastEnders. Oh, bless my soul. Harry Redknapp. In my day would go down the Black Lion for a wild night. You've got some really good drawings here, look. I'm sweating. Sweating, it's warm in here. I love how pub that. There's a tavern by Peter Jackson, the Black Lion. I wouldn't call its frontage plain and uninteresting, that's not very nice. Pause to read any descriptions. Should now collect my pint of Coke and be off. Quiet bar. I'm not going to drink beer this early in the day. I'm going to a church as well, so we're going to the quiet bar now and beer garden. I'll just need to check because I know there's someone come out this way who might want to just a quiet drink and be left alone. Put my Coke down there. Now this is the main thing I wanted to come and see and show you. Lovely bit of stained glass. Oyster shells. Oyster were the snack food of their day. Like we eat chicken and chips or a kebab nowadays, the poor generally ate oysters in those days. And if you ate bad oysters, you wouldn't survive the experience. I ate an oyster once. Like the lady on the Carry On film. I tried it once and didn't like it. Look, you've got some real decent little snippets of history. I'll take some pictures and that. We're at the Black Lion pub. That's a nice shot of it, how it was years ago. This is an old established pub with connections to Dick Turpin. It certainly existed before 1742 and was either refaced or rebuilt in 1875. There we are. I was going to say I'll include full history, but pretty much covers it. Sporting and boxing legends. Oh, what on earth happened there? That's better. Not really blurry. I don't know if this is the... Yeah, that's how you get into it from that side. The beer garden is around the other side, isn't it? So we'll see that in a minute. Southwest, you have a little Dunnow Priory, Church, Essex, Cheapside, the great disaster of the Thames. Don't know why I nearly break every bone in my leg and whatnot when I've got the zoom in thing. I just forget sometimes. Right, zoom me back out, run to the other side because there's some more photos and a signed final t-shirt West Ham up there, so we'll have a look at that in a sec. What's this got to say for itself? Oh, I like that. That will make a nice background picture for the page. 1878. And there is the final t-shirt up. West Ham 19. My eyesight is very poor. 80. Right, I shall pause you for a sec and then we'll go out to the beer garden area. Before I forget, we've got these. Which are very popular nowadays, these tin and enamel advertisement plates. My goodness, my Guinness. Right. We shall now go out to the beer garden. Just pop my drink there, that's very convenient. A little hatch or whatever. Brought my drink over there. Sorry about the floor views, guys and girls. But that's the gates where we're on the opposite side. But yes, the boxing gym used to be either in here or in here, and I don't know if it's still a boxing gym anymore, but I don't think it is. So, Black Lion. So don't forget, in its day, this would have been a coaching inn, so hence why you've got the stable doors and the stable yard, which we're going to see now. Outdoors to the old beer cellar there. All cobblestones. Just grab my drink and then we'll go around to the beer garden, which is around the back bit. And that's us then. Then our part 3 is the journey from here to Stratford, so that may be a longish one. If you want to join me for the on-foot tour of that one, yeah, please feel free. There's a fella sitting down here, so I won't point you this way right away. I don't like filming people without their consent, it's not fair. But yeah, it's got a really interesting history to this one as well. Links to Dick Turpin, 'cause Dick Turpin, oh look at the old settle. Dick Turpin had links to this pub and the Spotted Dog apparently. Go around this way and then I'll be able to not capture that bloke. And oh, there we are, that's perfect. We can even see the back of Reverend Dodd's house. Look, you know that vicar I told you about that was hung for forgery? It's the back of his house. So yeah, he sounds like an East End vicar, doesn't he? Hung for forgery. Late 18th century it was, so I can't remember the exact ins and outs. Yeah, that's houses now, look. That's no longer the boxing gym. Oh, that's a shame. That's the way of the world, isn't it? Anyways, I'll get around this side and give you a view. Doesn't appear to be any dog feces here or anything, so we're pretty okay. Sorry about having to point you down at the floor for a bit just now, but I won't point cameras in people's faces, it's not fair. And this is the lovely Black Lion pub. Hope you've all enjoyed the little tour inside. Quite a bit of the history included in this one, although I will put it in the description. Thanks very much for watching, and join me for the next part, which will be the walk from here to Stratford St John's. Stratford St John's Church is our next location for the day, so you'll join me there later on if you want to watch all the way through. If it's about longer than 34 minutes or 35 minutes, the walk from here to Stratford, I don't walk particularly fast, it'll have to be a YouTube job, so join me for that part next if you want. If not, join me at St John's Church in Stratford. See you all soon. One forgets the power of a really high up toilet system. I was nearly killed that guy.